Hi there, and welcome back to How to Solve a Rubik's Cube with Mr. Papetti. And in this video, we're going to be looking at steps 5 and 6. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a Rubik's Cube with a full bottom layer solved, a middle layer completely solved, and all of your yellow pieces are going to be on the top of your cube. So your cube is going to look very similar to this one. The only pieces that will not be solved at the end of today is these pieces along the top band, but everything else will be in place and look so nice, just like this cube. But the first thing I want you to do before we begin is I want you to mix up your cubes. Okay, so now that our cubes are mixed up, it's very important that we're always able to get back to the point where we left off. So I want you to now solve the cube using the steps that we've learned so far. So that's the daisy, the easy, the 1, 2, 3 move, and the middle layer. So right now you want to solve your cube so that, again, your first two layers are solved. And I'm going to do that right now as well. Okay, so now that I have my first two layers of my Rubik's Cube solved, and again, that's the white layer on the bottom, all the colors match around my bottom layer, and all my colors match around my middle layer. Now we're ready for step number 5, which is called the fur earth move. And you can see the letters fur earth on your screen right now. And what the fur earth move is it's introducing a new kind of notation that you might not have seen yet. And this notation corresponds to each side of the cube. So if you see that letter F, F stands for the front side of the cube. So remember, we're always having yellow on top and white on the bottom. So your front face is whatever face you're looking at. In this case, it's blue. So the blue face of the cube is the front face. Now again, you might be looking at the red face of the cube. So if you're pointing the red face at you, then the red face is the front face. So again, it doesn't matter. Your front face could be green, orange, red, or blue. In this case, I'm just going to have my front face be blue. Since my front face is blue, that's going to give me a left face and a right face. My left face will be orange and my right face will be red. So again, if the front face is blue, the left face is orange and the right face is red. The U in that fur earth stands for up, and it's the side that's pointing up. And in this case, it's going to be yellow. And if you're using these videos to help you solve a Rubik's Cube, the up face is always going to be yellow. So now that we know that our up face is yellow, our front face is blue, and our red face is right, because that's going to be in our right hand, we're now ready for the fur earth move. Whenever you see a letter that's on its own, then you're going to turn that side of the cube one turn clockwise, which is the direction of a clock. So again, don't do anything right now, but you're going to have the front face is this blue side. So one turn clockwise, think of the second hand of a clock, and it's going to go tick, 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 right? So the second hand ticks that way in the clockwise direction, and that's why it's called clockwise. So if you see just the letter U, you're going to turn the U side of your cube one turn clockwise. So again, this is clockwise. And one turn would be just a quarter of a turn, just like that. Now, we have the R, and R is going to be one turn clockwise again. All right, we're now at step number 5, which is the fur earth move. Now, it says F-U-R. So again, if my front side is the blue side, I'm going to turn F, which is the front side, one turn clockwise. Then it says to turn U. U is one turn clockwise. And then it says for me to turn R. R is my right side and my right hand. I'm going to turn that one turn clockwise. Now it says U prime, R prime, F prime. And those little primes that I just read are also, they look like apostrophes. So if you see that apostrophe, that's called prime. And what that means to do is to turn it backwards or counterclockwise. So now that you see U prime, you're going to turn U, which is the up face, counterclockwise. R prime is the right face counterclockwise, and F prime is the front face counterclockwise. So what you've just done is you've now not disrupted any of the first two layers of the cube, but you've changed the top quite considerably. So this algorithm for earth, I like to call it because it spells out for earth, changes the top layer of the cube and nothing else. So we're going to do that again until we get these yellow pieces to spell out 9 o'clock in yellow. So like a backwards L you want on the top face of your cube. So I'll do the for earth move again. So I'll go F, U, R, and then U prime, R prime, F prime. And again, I look for if I have 9 o'clock in the top face of the cube, and I don't have 9 o'clock there. I could rotate it. I don't have 9 o'clock. I don't have 9 o'clock in yellow, and I don't have 9 o'clock in yellow. So I have to do the for earth move again. So I'm going to go F, U, R, then U prime, R prime, F prime. And now that I've done that, I do have 9 o'clock here. But let's say when you finally got it, it would look like that. You may not have 9 o'clock as you're looking at it, but if you turn the entire cube, now you see the L is rotating. So you want to rotate your cube, just reposition it in your hand so that the yellow pieces spell out 9 o'clock. And again, if you're imagining a clock right here, that would be the hour hand pointing to the 9 and the minute hand pointing to the 12. So there's 9 o'clock on our cube. And once we have 9 o'clock, we're one step away from finishing step 5, which means we're just going to do the for earth move again. So again, we're going to go F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And by doing that, we have a yellow cross. And that right there is step 5, the for earth move. And what you want to accomplish by doing this for earth move is a yellow cross. Okay, now we're ready for step number 6. And step number 6 is called the fun move. And the fun move is called the fun move because it's fun to say and it's fun to do. So what our fun move is out spin, in spin, out spin, spin, in. That was fun to say, right? Let's say it again. Out spin, out spin, spin, in. Again, out spin, out spin, spin, in. Cool. All right. So now we're ready to do our fun move. And the first thing that we want to know about the fun move is you might have to do it once, twice, 3 times, maybe even several times before all the yellow pieces are on the top of the cube. So the first thing you want to look for is how many yellow corners do you have? And I have 1 yellow corner, and that is optimal. That is what we want to have. So now that we are looking at 1 yellow corner, I'm going to mess it up so that it's not just 1 yellow corner. Okay, now I have 2 yellow corners. Let's say we have 2 yellow corners or even no yellow corners. So what you want to do is look along the outside rim of your cube, and you want to look, oh, there's a yellow piece. There's not one there. There's a yellow piece. So if you have anything but 1 yellow corner, in this case I have 2, you want to look for a yellow piece that's positioned in the left side of your cube. So this is on the left side. I don't want to use this one because this is on the right side. So I'm going to look at my green face here where I see the yellow piece on the left side. And now it's time to do my fun move, which says that I'm going to do, with my right hand, we're going to go out, spin the top, right side in, spin the top, right side out, spin, spin, and then right side in. And what that did was it changed my 2 yellow corners to just 1 yellow corner. And again, if you didn't get 1 yellow corner, you're just going to keep doing the fun move until you have 1 yellow corner. Now that I have that 1 yellow corner right there, we want to position this cube. So we want to rotate the cube so that 1 yellow corner is in the bottom left corner. There we go. So if I'm looking at the top of my cube, remember this is the top, yellow is the top, my yellow is on the bottom left, not in any of these 3 spaces. Now that it's in the bottom left, I'm going to have to do the fun move 2 more times. And by doing the fun move 2 more times, I'm going to have all the yellow pieces on the top of my cube. So here we go. I'm going to go right side in my right hand, always the right hand, always the right side of the cube. We're going to go out, spin, in, spin, out, spin, spin, in. There we go. We did the fun move once. I said we're going to have to do it 2 times to get those yellow pieces solved, and I did not lie, because now our yellow corner is up in the top right. But again, we want to rotate our entire cube so the yellow corner is in the bottom left. So again, I didn't change any pieces on the cube. I just turned my entire cube around so the yellow piece is in the bottom left. Now that it is, I'm going to do that fun move 1 more time. I'm going to go out, spin, in, spin, out, spin, spin, in. And there we have all yellow on the top and the first 2 layers completely solved still on the bottom. And now that we have a first layer solved, a middle layer solved, and all of our yellow pieces up top, we are only 2 short steps away from solving a complete Rubik's Cube with myself, Mr. Papetti. I hope that this video was useful to help you solve steps 5 and 6 of a Rubik's Cube. And you are now ready for your final steps to do what you've always wanted to do, and that's to solve this entire puzzle right here. Great thing right here. Awesome. So I'll see you next time on How to Solve a Rubik's Cube with Mr. Papetti.